Hi, it's the Some Vegan Gal here, and today I'm doing another video for a brand called Wildly Organic by Wilderness Family Naturals, and this is part number 5, and this is their coconut butter. This is what the jar looks like, and I will have a link below to their website. You can check out all that they offer. So this is coconut butter. It's pureed coconut and 65% coconut oil. It's USDA organic, non-GMO, project verified. It's also kosher, vegan, and raw. It's a 14-ounce jar, and this is nice because it's a jar that, excuse me, you could reuse. Of course, you could recycle too. I prefer glass. That's what this is. And tell you a little bit about it, and then I'm going to sample it and also tell you different ways you could use it, and also show you some different things that I would use it on. So this says it's a delightful spread bursting with the flavor and aroma of coconut. Unique and addictively delicious, this pureed organic coconut melts in your mouth like soft candy. So it says to use warm in jar and stir until creamy. So you want to stir it because it separates the oil. So the ways they say to use it is great in smoothies, oatmeal, desserts, or on toast, pancakes, or chocolate. A coconut flavored non-dairy alternative to animal butter and cream cheese. So that's another thing also if you want to use it as a spread. I like to put it like if you cooked some hot food, like whether it's beans or grain or something like that, even a soup, and you put some on, it gives it a rich flavor. Like if you don't cook with oil, which I don't, so you put that on and it kind of makes it like a rich a flavor, more satisfying. It's hard to explain, but if you try it on like a hot stew or something, and you pour it on when it's hot and let it melt on, and it's really nice. Let's see what else it tells you here. The nutritional information is also a product of the United States. It's processed in a facility that also processes tree nuts, in case you need to know, but not peanuts, and says to store in a cool, dry place. It does not need to be refrigerated. And the nutritional information is, it says 28 servings per container. One serving is a tablespoon, and it's 100 calories for the tablespoon. Again, it's all pretty much a lot, mostly, it is fat. It's 65% coconut oil, so it is fat. It's total fats are 10 grams, saturated 7 grams, and really nothing else. Dietary fibers 3 grams. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and open it because it's a sealed jar. I haven't opened it yet to try it. Okay, and let me see what this looks like. First I got to open it. There we go. It smells like coconut. So it's separated a little. Looks like it's hard to tell from here. Sometimes I've had coconut butters where you see the separation a lot. So I have a spoon here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try some with one of the spoons, and then I have another spoon to put it on some things. So yeah, it looks like it's kind of, yeah, I could see the difference because I know coconut butter. I've been eating it for a long time. So this is like the oil part, and then I don't know, you can't really see it in the camera, but underneath it looks a little different. So what I'm going to try to do is mix it up a little in the jar. So like it's like the top is the coconut oil, and then underneath the coconut, it's kind of like more like a beige color. So if you ever have that with your coconut, you'll see that. You could always just have the top part and then have that afterwards. But it has a nice sweet flavor. So I'm going to try to mix it a little bit in here and have some. So it's hard to show it in the camera, but I'm just going to take a taste. Try to mix some of the top and the other part as well. It has a nice kind of a silky sweet taste. So I'm going to show you, just going to finish this on my spoon. And I prefer to use the whole part of a food instead of like the oils. Even though this has partly coconut oil, it is it's the whole coconut. Same thing with like people use avocado oil. I prefer the avocado. So I don't cook with oil and use oil. I use it on my skin. I use it for oil pulling. I use it for different things, but not for cooking. That's why I like to put the butter on top of the foods. It melts in and it gives it a rich buttery flavor. Things like that. That's what I would do. Instead of like people use sesame oil, I prefer the sesame seed, the whole food. Okay, so now I'm done with this spoon, so I'll put that aside. So now some other things. They say you can put it on, for different things you can put it on. So I have some interesting things. I'm not going to do all of them today. I'm just going to show you some first. So something that might be fun. Oops, I just dropped some of the ones I wanted to show. So pardon me for just a second. Okay, so, and I'll also have links below the video to the other products that I'm mentioning. So what you might want to do, something a little different, is I have these Bear baked crunchy apple chips, and I've done reviews for them as well. I have their cinnamon, their crispy reds. They come in these resealable bags, and their Granny Smith. So you might want to take either as a dip or take some out and put it in a bowl, or just dip it in, or take a spoon and put some on here. That might be something different to have. So that's an idea, but I'm not going to do that today. That's just to show you. Another one I have is a brand called Rind, and I've also done some videos for them. And these are their dried fruit, skin on dried fruit. And that's another thing that you could also either dip it in, excuse me, or just spread some on with your spoon or your knife. And then also another thing too is to mix it in if you have something like this, which I've also done some videos for the Tasty Bite brand. These are their already pre-cooked rice, and they have other dishes that they do as well. So this is a plain rice, so you can take some of the coconut butter, mix it in, make like a dressing or something, and other seasonings and herbs and stuff like that. So what I am going to do, I have a few other things. So I decided I'm going to do some things with some savory items. Again, some other brands that I've did some videos for. This is Rhythm. They make these different dehydrated, or they call them dried. I don't know if they call them dried or dehydrated, or air dried they call them. They're carrot sticks. So that might be something also fun to do. I'm just going to open this in a resealable bag. And I've also done some videos for them as well. So what I'm going to do here, and these are the carrot sticks. I'll show you what it looks like. Oh, that's a perfect size, just like that. So I really don't actually need a spoon for this. I could just dip it into the jar. So I'm just going to do that. I'm going to dip some in here. And I'll get some from the top. Is a little more creamy from that's a little more of the oil separation. But you see, you can put some on like that. It gives it a little bit of a richer flavor. Since the carrot is just a plain dried carrot, that might be something you want to try. The other product I have from them is their beet chips. So I'm going to open that up as well. So they're just beets dried. It's nothing else. No salt, no oil, no nothing. So, and these are the red beets. So here is, oh, that's a big piece. I want a small piece. And I think for this I'm going to use the spoon, simply because I don't know if this red will transfer into the jar of coconut butter, because beets, the red beets they do bleed, as you say. So what I'm going to do here first, I'm going to put the spoon down. I got to open the jar, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some with a clean spoon, because the other one I did use. Just going to take a little bit here. I'm not getting more of the part that's below. It's not as creamy as the separated part, but I can try to get some out there. And I'm just going to put some onto the beet, just like that. Just a little bit, or as much as you prefer. It's actually nice. And then the last one I have, which is also staying still with the savory, is the organic puffed veggies from Made in Nature. And I also reviewed a bunch of their products on my channel as well. This is also a resealable bag, and they're all, shelf stable. You don't have to put them in the fridge or anything. So what they have here is tomato, and onion, and red pepper. So I'm going to try to get something that's a bigger piece. I think this is a red pepper. That's a red pepper. I think I'm going to just take that. And I have some still on the spoon here. So I'm just going to put some on like this. So this might be a nice little hors d'oeuvre or something to have. So just put it like that. It kind of fits in right there. That has a nice taste. And then I could try, let's see, we also have some onion. This is some onion. And so I have some left on my spoon. I'll go ahead and try the rest. Just put a little on here. That's a nice balance, because the onion's a little sharp and this is sweeter. So then here's a tomato. I think this is a yellow one. Looks like a yellow tomato. Put some on here. That's nice. And I think there's a red one as well. Let's see if I can find a red one. I don't know if I can or not. Let's see what looks like another piece of pepper. And me see if I find another. I don't know if this is a red one that looks like a pepper. I don't know. So they said there's a yellow tomato and then cherry tomato. So I don't know if I found the cherry tomato. Maybe this is it. Can't really tell. They're just in smaller pieces. They're not whole. So I'll just put a little on this one anyway. Just to try it like this. Use up what's on here. So that's just some fun ideas you can try for using coconut butter. And you could try other things on your own too. Or use it for baking or other things like that. So again, this is Wildly Organic coconut butter. It's pureed coconut. And I hope you will definitely check this out and all their other great products on their website. And I thank you for watching. It's the Rawesome Vegan Gal.